Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Today we are going to learn wal farqu bayna lamu ta'lil wal lamul amr. What is the difference between lamu ta'lil and lamul amr? Lamu ta'lil is also called lamun nasiba because mudari is seen mansub after it, and lamul amr is also called lamul jazima because it makes mudari majzoom. So let's learn these alamat from Quran. Lamul ta'lil and lamul amr both are written with kasra, so they are spelled the same way. In case of al-af'alul khamsa, there can be a possibility of confusion whether mudari is mansoob or majzoom after them. So if I am given these two words litadkhulu or litansuri without any context, I can translate them as so that you all enter, so that she helps, and I can also translate it with the meaning of lamul amr, and like you all should enter, she should help. Again, we know the signs of nasb status of mudari in case of al-af'alul khamsa is omission of noon. So tansuri, tansura, tansuru is the mansoob form of al-af'alul khamsa. In case of majzoom status, al-af'alul khamsa look the same. It can be tadkhulu, tansuri, tansuru, yansuru. So there is no way you can tell whether mudari is majzoom or mansoob if there is no context. But when given context, you can figure out the type of lam. If there is a meaning of command, you know the lam is lamul jazima or lamul amr, or if it gives a meaning of reasoning, we know that lam is going to be lamu ta'lil, that makes mudare mansoob after it because of concealed un, which is also called unmudmira. There is another case where you are going to be able to find out if your lam is lamul amr, which is when lamul amr is preceded by haruf at, waw, fa, thumma. Lamul amr or lamul jazima drops its kasra and take upon itself a sakoon. This lamul amr is going to take sakoon and is going to drop its kasra. As we can see here, waw, when it entered on lamul jazima or lamul amr, you can see here lamul amr is now written with sakoon. Wal yansuru, when fa entered on lamul amr or lamul jazima, lam is now written with sakoon, and here we can see fal yansuru. From Quran, verse number 29 of Surah Al-Hajj, we can see when Summa and Waw entered upon Lamul Amr or Lamul Jazima, Lam dropped its kasra and took upon itself a sukoon. And here we can see Summa yaqdu tafasahum wal yufu nuzurahum wal yattawafu bil baytil atiq. Anytime Lam was preceded by atf, harufi atf, thumma, or waw, it took upon itself a sakoon. Here, and here, there is a sakoon, and we know for sure that this mudari is majzoom, and there is no way we are going to confuse the lam as lamu talil or lamul nasiba, because lamun nasiba remains unchanged when waw, fa, or summa are present before lamun nasiba, also known as lamu talil. It does not drop its kasra, it keeps its kasra with it. On the other hand, lamul jazima, also known as lamul amr, drops its kasra and take this sakoon, as we can see in words wal yansura, wal yansuru, Summal Tansuri. In Quran, we can see in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 185, when Lam al-Amr had far before it, it again dropped its kasra and took a sukoon. فَلْيَصُمْهُ. Mudare is majzoom after it, and we know that this lam is lam al-amr because it drops its kasra. When it comes to words litukmilu, litukabbiru, there is no confusion, or if there was one, it should not be there anymore. That this li is lamu ta'lil, since wow, when it entered, it did not change its kasra. It kept its kasra. If it was lamul amr, so you should complete, if it was in that meaning, you would have seen a sakoon on lam. As we are not seeing any sakoon on lam, we are going to call this lam lamu ta'lil, and similarly, litukabbiru, lam is again going to be understood as lamu ta'lil, because if it was lamul amr, it would have been written with sakoon because of wow before it. Because of wow before it. I hope this helps you with your studies of Allamat fil Quran. If you find this session beneficial, kindly like, subscribe, and share. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.